Hi again, welcome back. Attorney Steve Andre, and we are talking in this video about Who Dat Nation and what's going on here with the New Orleans Saints filing a lawsuit in the civil district court for the parish of Orleans. Okay, so if you're a member, a fan of the Who Dat Nation, you might have saw the game, the Rams versus the Saints, and you saw the play in the end zone there where it looked like there was pass interference and maybe helmet-to-helmet contact. And it may have actually cost the Saints a game. In fact, most people say, yeah, that's what caused it. The refs are to blame. Well, you know, when I grew up, the rule was don't blame the refs. When I played baseball back in the good old days, I was taught, and don't blame the refs. Get ahead by enough runs or points or touchdowns that you don't have to worry about it. So, you know, I don't think you can always blame the refs, but apparently the NFL did come out and issue a statement that said, yeah, the refs blew it, just flat out blew it. Well, here's a lawyer in, I believe it's a New Orleans personal injury lawyer who also handles other cases as it appears. But he has filed this case right here. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to go through it real quick. I found this to be kind of funny. I don't really expect it to go anywhere, but I think this was really, great publicity for this lawyer who filed this. So let's take a look. Tommy Bordeaux and Candace Lambert individually and on behalf of New Orleans Saints season ticket holders, New Orleans Saints national fan base, aka the Who Dat Nation, Who Dat, any party with interest that has been affected by the outcome versus Roger Goodell as commissioner of the National Football League and NFL Properties LLC, and successor in interest to NFL Properties Inc. All right, so there's the caption of the lawsuit. Let's see what they're looking for here. Give me 1 second. I got to take a sip. Okay, the petition of Tommy Bordeaux and Candace Lambert individually on behalf of the New Orleans Saints ticket holders, New Orleans Saints national fan base, aka the Who Dat Nation, and any party with interest that has been affected by the outcome are persons of full age and majority and season ticket holders for games played in the city of New Orleans, parish of Orleans, state of Louisiana, with respect to presence. The defendants are Roger Goodell, NFL, so forth and so on. Let's get past that. You can pause this, by the way, and read it if you want. On January 2nd, get out of there. What's going on? On January 2nd, 2019, with the game clock registering a mere 1:49 left to the National Football Championship game in New Orleans, Louisiana, Los Angeles Rams cornerback nickel Robbie Coleman, who later admitted to the egregious pass interference, however, failed to admit to the helmet-to-helmet contact, made improper contact with the New Orleans Saints wide receiver Tommy Lee Lewis, preventing him from catching a potential game-winning touchdown, which drastically altered the momentum and the outcome of the entire game. The commissioner has the authority to take action over the Rams-Saint game. And here's what their argument is. The commissioner has the sole authority to investigate and take appropriate disciplinary and or corrective measures if any club action, non-participant interference, or calamity occurs in an NFL game. These are words that are going to have to be defined, of course. Calamity that occurs in an NFL game, which the commissioner deems so, highlight this word, extraordinarily unfair or outside the accepted tactics encountered in professional football, that such action has a major effect on the result of the game. So, and they're citing NFL Rule 17, Section 2, Article 1. So this is what the commissioner would ultimately have to decide if they want to. Some people are calling for the final minute and 49 of the game to be replayed. So I don't anticipate that's going to happen, but, you know, I guess you can never fault someone for trying. The commissioner's power under Section 2 includes the reversal of a game's result or rescheduling of a game, either from the beginning or from the point at which the extraordinary act occurred. The blatant interference and deliberate act of Los Angeles Rams cornerback Robbie Coleman was admitted by the player to avoid a touchdown by New Orleans Saint wide receiver Tommy Lee Harris. The non-call of the actions of Robbie Coleman was later admitted by NFL officials to the New Orleans Saints coach Sean Payton as a blunder. So the refs essentially admitted, we blew it. Yeah, we just, sometimes you dismiss them. That's sports for you, right? The impact of the non-call is egregious and demands recourse. I don't know if there was ever more obvious pass interference, Payton said. It's frustrating, just getting off the phone with the league office. They blew the call. There was a lot of opportunities, though. But that call makes it 1st and 10. We're on our knee 3 plays, and it's a game-changing call. It's where it's at. It's disappointing. Los Angeles Rams defensive back Nickel Robbie Coleman not only interfered with Saints receiver Tommy Lee Lewis, but also applied an illegal helmet-to-helmet hit on a defenseless receiver. Inexplicably, neither penalty was called. Well, you have to ask that question. How serious they are in these head-to-head calls to not see that or not be looking for that. Who knows? Some people would ask questions about. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it on this. I think you can read between the lines. The scrutiny arising from the non-call has led to the appearance of foul play by the officiants. Todd Prukop, backup judge, is from L.A. Gary Calavado, side judge, is from L.A. Bill Vinich, officiant, and his teams were the subject of a petition to be removed in the official capacity as referee in the NFC Championship game for previously alleged biased rulings on the field. So this lawsuit is calling into question the objectiveness of the officials. Whether or not the bias is intentional, there is too much evidence to demonstrate a pattern, and for a corporation as big as NFL not to see the pattern is highly unlikely. The magnitude of this game is too large, and the referee should be neutral and enforce the rules, plain and simple. As a direct result of said incident, plaintiffs herein have been left bereft and with no faith in the NFL for fairness, despite the league's own rules to correct such errors, along with emotional anguish, monetary loss for the ticket holders who purchased the tickets with the presumption of integrity and fairness. Petitioner shows that said incident was proximately caused by the negligence of the defendant, Roger Goodell, in the NFL in the following non-exclusive respects, so there could be others. Failure to maintain proper lookout, failure to properly call penalties and infractions during gameplay, failure to review plays to correct the field oversight after the fact, fail to exercise the rights afforded to the commissioner to correct extraordinary unfair actions, failure to enforce the rules of the game, failure to properly train and supervise referees, any other act of negligence shown at trial of this matter. So I guess he wants to take it to trial, put the referees on the stand, who knows. Defendant Roger Goodell, commissioner for the NFL Football League, has a duty to enforce the rules of the NFL, including but not limited to Rule 17 in its entirety, and his failure to enforce said rules places him directly liable unto petitioners for their damages. So they're trying to hold Roger Goodell liable to the season ticket holders, so that should be interesting. Petitioners itemize their damages as follows: past, present, future mental anguish and emotional trauma, past, present, and future loss of faith in the NFL, past, present, and future loss of enjoyment of life. How about that? Past, present, and future loss of entertainment, distrust of the game, which has become the national pastime. Other damages itemized at the trial of this matter. Wherefore, what are they seeking? Individually, on behalf of New Orleans Saints season ticket holders, New Orleans Saints national fan base, a.k.a. the Who Dat Nation, and any party whose interest that has been affected by the outcome, pray this petition be served upon the defendants, blah, 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 and after due proceedings there be a judgment in plaintiff's favor, granting plaintiff's claims, blah, 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 successor and interest, do. Petitioner further prays for writ of mandamus, that's ordering the court to do something, to be heard summarily, not less than 2, not more than 10 days after service of the writ, or considering the time-sensitive nature of this matter, the court set the matter for hearing less than 2 days after the service of the writ. So there you have it. There's your attorney, Frank J. D. Amico, Jr., Okay, Professional Law Corporation. There you have it, folks. So that is the suit against the NFL. You heard it here first on attorneysteve.com. You actually got to see the contents of the filing. So that's what we're looking for. And you can find it here on d'amicolaw.net. That's the attorney website who filed this. And he's got a pretty funny ad you should watch too. But d'amicolaw.net, there's the lawsuit. Attorney Steve, we will track this for you and let you know how this goes, but I suspect there's not going to be a huge result, but time will tell. You never know. I've been wrong before, once or twice in the 2000s. I've been wrong, so just joking. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you like this, subscribe. If you have any comments, put them down below. Let me know. We look forward. If you need help with civil litigation, we can help you. Find me on the web at attorneysteve.com. That's attorneysteve.com, the first name in legal services. I gotta run.